Hey everyone, my name is Sherman, a CPA here at Life Accounting, where we help you save on taxes and build your wealth. Today I want to help you do this by understanding tax credits a little more, because when used correctly, tax credits can put a lot more money in your pockets. I have personally used tax credits to save over $100,000 in taxes over the years, and now I want to make sure that you understand this very simple but important concept. In today's episode, I am going to cover what a tax credit is, some of the different types of tax credits available, and more importantly, how you can go ahead and start claiming tax credits. So if you are ready to put some more money in your pockets, please help me out by liking this video below, and be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on more ways to make and save money. All right, so the first thing you need to understand is that tax credits are not tax deductions. These two things are completely different. So whenever you see someone talking about how they are saving money with all of these tax write-offs and deductions, just know that this has nothing to do with tax credits. Now, both tax credits and deductions can save you money, but they do it in different ways. Tax deductions work like expenses. They lower your taxable income, while tax credits, on the other hand, directly reduce the amount of taxes that you actually owe. With that said, this means that tax credits are 3 to 4 times more effective than tax deductions at saving you money on your tax bill. Let me explain. Let's say you made $400,000 in income and owe $100,000 in taxes, and somehow you found an additional $100,000 in tax deductions. Well, this would mean that the income you report to the IRS would decrease by that $100,000. And if your effective tax rate is 25%, then this would mean that you would save approximately $25,000 in taxes. So if you originally owed $100,000 in taxes, those tax deductions would save you an extra $25,000, leaving you with only $75,000 left to pay. Now, on the other hand, let's say that you have $100,000 in tax credits. Now remember, tax credits are direct reductions in the amount of taxes you owe, not your taxable income. So if you owe $100,000 in taxes, and you have $100,000 in tax credits, then that would mean you would owe $0 in taxes. Or if you owed $75,000 in taxes and have $100,000 in tax credits, then you would receive a $25,000 refund if those tax credits are refundable, which many of them are. So think of tax deductions as a partial reduction to the amount of taxes that you owe, unless it wipes out all of your taxable income. And think of tax credits as a direct reduction to the amount of taxes you owe. Now, let's talk about why these tax credits exist in the first place and some different types of tax credits out there for you. So first of all, why do these tax credits even exist? Well, the government uses the tax law and incentives like tax credits to accomplish their political agenda. For example, combating climate change has been a huge issue in the world recently, and the transportation sector has been one of the largest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions. So the government created the electric vehicle tax credit to combat climate change and reduce those emissions. So if you buy a new electric car, then you would receive thousands of dollars in tax credits from the government. In this case, as a taxpayer, you will save money on your tax bill by buying your favorite electric car. And at the same time, the government is protecting taxpayers from a potential climate crisis. This is why tax credits exist. And there are many different types of tax credits out there that can save you money on your tax bill by just aligning yourself with these government initiatives. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the most popular tax credits out there for businesses and individuals. So we'll get started with businesses here. For businesses, there is the Work Opportunity Tax Credit, which incentivizes business owners to hire groups of people who have faced barriers to employment, like veterans, people with disabilities, ex-felons, and more. So if you hire anyone in these groups, then this tax credit can help you save money. And then there is the Opportunity Zone Tax Credit to incentivize business owners to locate in developing areas, And a lot of these areas are not terrible places to do business from. I personally claimed this tax credit while working in the heart of downtown Atlanta and saved over $100,000 in taxes from this alone. And then there is the research and development tax credit to help businesses increase innovation and efficiency. So if you are developing or improving any business process, technique, formula, invention, or anything related to that, then definitely check out this tax credit. Now, these types of tax credits help taxpayers save money, but it also helps the government provide jobs, invest in developing areas, and increase innovation, as you just saw. Now let's take a look at some tax credits for individuals. Now, for individuals, there is the American Opportunity Tax Credit, which provides financial assistance to students while they are paying for higher education expenses. There is also the Earned Income Tax Credit, which seeks to provide assistance to workers whose incomes are near the poverty line. There is also the Child Tax Credit, which a lot of us have heard about recently, which seeks to ultimately combat and reduce child poverty by supplementing the earnings of low to moderate income families. And these are just some of the tax credits that are out there. There are even more tax credits out there for owning a home, investing in retirement accounts, or even adopting a child. And what's really mind-blowing about this is that all of these credits are federal tax credits. There are even more tax credits that may be available to you on a state or local level. For example, Amazon has received over $600 million in state and local tax breaks in 2021 alone. And Facebook has received over $785 million in state and local tax breaks as well. And the list goes on and on from there. Folks, tax credits are not just for big corporations and the ultra wealthy. There is likely at least one tax credit that you can leverage right now. You just have to look for them. And you can find them on a federal level by just looking at the IRS's website, or you can find them on a state or local level by checking out your economic development of authority in your state or city. If you want to continue learning on more ways to save on taxes and increase your wealth, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching.